This right here say my son ain't my son, and you ain't even got nothing to explain, because this explained it already.
Imagine being in a long-term relationship, thinking everything is fine, when suddenly a DNA test drops a bombshell that flips your entire world upside down. For this guy, that's exactly what happened. He found out his girlfriend was hiding a secret surprise, one that revealed she wasn't just unfaithful, but had been lying to him in the most personal way possible. So what did the DNA test uncover? Why did it force him to walk out? And what does this say about trust, relationships, and the power of the truth? We're going to be reacting to that video later in the video, but we also have one that you want to watch. It's going to be Cat Williams sonning Sherry Love on TV, plus more videos to react to. I don't want to hold you. Go ahead and hit that like button. Definitely share the video. This is your first time watching, hit that subscribe button. We're going to start it off with a reaction from a guy who's only been married for 2 weeks and finds out about his girlfriend, and then we're going to go to the title video. Let's get to it.
I got married 17 days ago, and we're already deciding to call it quits. I was out of town working. I told her when I was coming home, and I came home, and there was another car in the driveway. I go into the bedroom, and my wife is laying in the bed with a couple. It was a man and a woman. So I started throwing a fit. They started talking about how she's been their girlfriend for 2 years. So it's like, I've never heard of any of this. And then she decided that she didn't want to be with me anymore. And even though it's only been 14 days, we're looking into getting an annulment, a divorce. I don't even know how it works. We only been married for 2 weeks. But I wanted to actually stick it out, but I just want an apology. You know, I want you to acknowledge that you're wrong. You've been in a relationship with these people for 2 years, and I don't even know them, and they're in my house, and I'm away on work. You don't have a job, so you have the time to do these kinds of things. And it's like, for you to have the nerve to say you want to no longer be with me, it just makes no sense, because I'm the one that should be looking to forgive you, but I don't even know how this works, or I don't have anybody to talk to about it. That's the only reason I'm even saying anything on here, because I literally don't even know what to do. But yeah, it looks like after 14 days, our relationship is pretty much over.
First of all, stop seeking an apology for one. You're obviously the side dude, the beta male that was in need of a relationship. You wanted to be married. She already had a whole nother relationship going on that she was competing with. That's what he's not understanding. The only reason why she married you is because she's trying to make the couple jealous. That's why you came home and she was sitting in there with a whole nother couple and not you. They didn't even invite you. So stop waiting for apologies and get up and leave up out of the house. I do not understand why a lot of you dudes out here, when things like this happen, you are the victim. But whenever a woman does it to you, the world don't look at you as a victim the same way that they're going to look at the woman. When men get hurt, the best thing for you to do is to just leave. Because you can come online and talk as much as you want to, but you're just another story that's going to get clicks and views. Men, please start vetting your women before you get married. Because we're living in an era now where people are not even choosing to get married. And if you're a guy and you're getting a woman out of your league, like you think she's a dime piece, you think she's worth it, let me tell you something. Most of you are only going to get a dime piece after she's burnt out, which means that he has a burnt out woman. Whenever they start experimenting with other couples and other people, they're still seeking a rush. Stay away from that. Get in the comments and talk to me.
In it. No, it's in it. I ran out of boxes, I promise. It's in there. That's the last. It's inside of there, I promise.
Oh, okay.
Look in there. Yeah. Yeah.
What is this?
DNA test report. Yeah. 0% paternity probability. Yeah. Yeah. Our son, Now, yeah, that's not me. This right here say my son ain't my son, and you ain't even got nothing to explain because this explained it already. Yeah, matter of fact, no, it's not. Go to the next page. I'm gonna show you how much I'm joking. I'm gonna show you divorce settlement agreement. Divorce settlement. I already pre-made it up. Divorce agreement. It's up.
What is
you know
this?
what that mean? That mean we over with. We over with. Get out my house. Get out my.
I'm going to be honest with you. Good thing he did everything at the same time. DNA test and divorce agreement. But in the same breath, bro, why is y'all wifing up women that got a whole bunch of tattoos going across your chest? One of the big mistakes that a lot of men are making in modern day time, you're falling in love with what a woman does to you in the bedroom. You could tell just by the quality of women that these guys are choosing. You're thinking you're getting dime piece, but you're just getting burnt out thoughts. Matter of fact, thought bots. What I mean. Thought bots are women that are programmed to be in the same type of woman. They're going to wear the same wigs. They're going to have the same type of tattoos. They're going to have the same events that happen in their life. They just do everything the same. That's why we call them a thought bot. They're programmed to thinking a certain way. For you to still be going through this type of situation in modern day time, you didn't vet your woman good. Get in the comments to let me know, what did he do wrong in this situation?
Well, no. It wasn't that the same though? Maybe. Oh.
I think I said I love you first on accident, though. It was
How
on
the hell you
accident.
said on accident, bro?
It was on accident. Do you remember when we...
I love you. Oh, I ain't mean to say that.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's literally what happened. We would like, he would drive. Wait, no, I would drive. He didn't have a car. I would drive and I would like drop him off somewhere and I'd be like, all right, I love you, bye. And remember? And I used to be like, oh, I didn't mean that.
Travis Hunter is a true sign of a simp that looks cool. In other words, people look at him to be confident because he's rich, he's a football player, he has everything going for him. So if you was in his position, you're going to say, man, I'm the man. But in his position, he's still weak. He's still a little kid that people cannot see. You could tell just by the way his woman talks to him like he's a little boy. She really didn't want to be with him. But in previous interviews, she's told him, you should go to college. You should leave me alone. You should just be running through women. I really don't love you. He was thinking the whole time that she's just playing around, when in reality, she was telling the truth. So the more we dig into this Travis Hunter situation, it seemed like he was forcing himself to be with her when she was trying to tell him the whole time, bruh, I really don't like you like that, but if you're going to stick around, I'm going to take advantage of it. And I've seen women do this in the past, tell dudes, I don't like you, but if you're going to pay for me, I'm not going to ignore you. And then at some point, the truth comes out in that relationship.
I want to thank Vivica Fox for wearing that dress, too.
The dopest thing for me, bro, was hanging out with you. You telling me what you about to do next. And then everything you said you was going to do all happened. I'm going to have a son. Bam. I'm going to do this movie, this production company. Bam. I'm finna do this. Right. Bam. Everything we talked about in the room, it was like, I'm like, okay. It gave me such a like, all right, this is how you got to get at.
Mike, that's exactly what my experience with, what's the name was like? With Vivica.
Oh, with Vivica.
She thought I was just saying this stuff like I was overzealous.
Right.
But I had really the plan, like the layout.
Yeah.
Like something saying, and then
you had the vision.
And then she went off doing stuff that because she didn't
believe it.
Believe it. Like, and then it was like it felt like the court was dragging the horse.
Right.
And then I had to move away from that because it felt weird, Mike. Like it's like that's how publicists and stuff was telling the stuff to do.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, this is crazy because she'd been on before me.
Okay.
She was making me feel like a little boy.
The key statement here, she made me feel like a little boy. I had to leave the situation because I already have a master plan. This is something that a lot of B-dubs go through. You're so used to being the combative one. You're so used to being the leader in the relationship that when a black man does have a plan, it's like, no, you don't. You just talking to impress me. No, you don't. You just talking to impress me. B-dubs feel like A black man can't make it unless they authorize it, and they're the ones that help him do it. They want to be responsible for his success. In a 50 Cent and Vivica Fox situation, we see what happens at the end of the day. We see what 50 Cent career is, and we see what Vivica Fox is. Well, who you think won? Get in the comments. When your kids start playing with you like that, it's time for you to get in the gym.
Your hands up right now. Why your hands been up?
My hands are up because I'm out of pocket. I've been church raw for many years.
But not just you sucking them and shit, right? On camera, you do got them niggas record you on camera and shit, right? Black busting nuts in your face and shit, all the shit, right?
Yes, sir.
Feel me? That's what happens though, my nigga. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you get a...
So what? This is punishment for what? Your girlfriend running out there being for the streets, bro? Nah, it don't work like that, man. Once she goes for the streets, you can't turn a bad girl good. Once a good girl goes bad, she's going forever. What do I mean? Women will make doing bad things seem like it's cool if it brings them attention. This is why you have so many women that are bragging about being with 100 men in one day, doing nasty stuff. They're really showing out as if they don't have a father in their life that's there to correct them because they feel like they're liberated. When liberation becomes a form of attention, you've pretty much lost that woman. So there's no point of you sitting there trying to punish her with her hands up. She's a thought bot anyway. What are you trying to say? I want you to be a thought when it benefits me, but outside of that, I want you to be a good girl. Like, what is we talking about?
What's the worst pickup line a man has said to you?
He said, "Are you at school? Because I'm trying to shoot some kids inside of you." Oh my God. Whoa.
And how'd you react to it?
Wow. Left, just walked away.
But be honest, if he was attractive to you, would you have let that one slide?
Hopefully not. Hopefully I wouldn't let that slide.
Why is that the perspective?
'Cause nobody wants to be disrespected.
Yeah, I feel like initially people, if you're attractive, initially people will be like, oh, okay, whatever. And then at the end of it, like, you get to know a person.
Yeah, they shouldn't be approaching women
It doesn't
that way.
matter if you're attractive or not. It's really like, if you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit.
You ever had a guy come up to you and say something like that?
Like that?
Yeah,
No.
that's a bad impression. You
That was
can't
a
start with
lot.
that.
She called her friend out like she's lying. Most girls are going to do this. Make up stories that seem like it's just over glamorous, of like they make stories up on how guys are approaching them and what guys are saying. And realistically, women like to tell stories as if guys are obsessed with them and constantly around them doing weird stuff because it makes them feel important, makes them feel desired, especially to the person they're talking to. They're trying to convince that person like, hey, I get a lot of attention. But in reality, when it comes to the average woman out here, they're not even getting approached anymore. Most of these girls' egos are literally only in the comment section of Instagram and OnlyFans. For the most part, out here in the real world, dudes are not trying to get with women at all. They're not going to the clubs. They're not going to parties. They're not approaching them on the streets. When women talk this talk, they're always talking about the creeps that are in their DM. If I'm telling the truth, let me know in the comments.
In prison, he can't talk to a woman on the outside just because he in prison.
He can, but
But what free woman, like
No,
she said,
I know,
what free
I know
woman
that.
just says, "Oh, let me go find a pen pal"? What? This, like
Ones
you said,
that's
it's
lonely
so many
and
free
it's
men.
And the woman
It's
who
so
does
many
it
men.
love herself.
It's not gonna
and
do
then
that.
Be fine.
And then
These
on
are
top
fine
of They
women.
can whisper all the sweet nothings in their ear.
Yeah, but I know what my man at.
You just
So that's why you do it. That,
I know where my man at, and my
At
man
all
ain't going
times.
nowhere.
Right. He might be doing a little, if
He may got 2 or 3 more pen pals. You don't know.
exactly.
It
I
wouldn't
found out
matter.
had another woman seen him. I went to Clinton. This is a long time ago. I went to Clinton County. They had a computer up, and I was like, let me go be sneaky because it's this one girl that just kept popping up. So I'm walking through the gate and I take a look at the computer and I see her name pop up. I said, that hoe been coming to see you. Okay, you never know.
What you did? Stop going to go.
No, I went. No, we ended up breaking up though.
Why? Cause he was having another girl looking.
No, it was just too much.
Oh, that wasn't-
I was in an abusive relationship. Girl, I was like 20 at the
Oh,
time.
he
I was
beating
real
your ass.
dumb.
Okay, yeah, you should have left him.
So yeah.
Mhm.
Notice she really didn't even care about the other girl that was going there. She was just in competition with her. And then she's still dealing with guys that are going to jail, not even realizing that those dudes that are in jail, they're sitting in there messing with men. And I've said this a long time ago. The reason why a lot of you B-dubs, you're single, is because realistically, you really would mess around with the wrong type of guy. You prefer a guy that's borderline on the other side. And a lot of these gangsters, probably 90% of these gangsters, and trust me, I grew up in the street and I've been in the streets, and I'm telling you, most of them are homos. Women don't understand that. They thinking, I have a man. They're thinking, I have a man that's going to protect me. I have a man that's tough. I have a man that ain't going to let nothing happen to me. And it's like, no, that dude is going to let something happen to you. He's going to be the main one that do it to you. But you're scared of a guy who has his life together that's willing to do the same thing legitly. You'd rather gravitate towards the man that just hoop and holler and go to jail. Oh, he must be tough. That don't make him tough. That just makes him dumb.
Kat, you ever looked in my eye not one time?
No, Sherry. You know why. So, we are on TV.
I want to tell you, Mr. Cat Williams, we've been friends for so long, and when I say I love you, I really, really mean that.
Yeah, I love you back. You're a siren.
You gotta love Cat Williams, man. He don't fake it nowhere. Wherever it is, you try to play that Hollywood talk, he lets you know, like, I'm not being Hollywood, but I'll still come on your show. But if I come on your show and I don't like you, I'm gonna embarrass you.
Put a finger down if you went to go spend the holidays with your girlfriend's family, with her mom, her sister, her aunt, her grandma. You guys are all conversating, eating food, drinking, having a great time. At one point, you and your girlfriend go up with her little sister up into her bedroom and are just looking at all the things in her room, saying it's so cool, it's a new room. And your girlfriend's aunt comes up. This is the first time you're ever meeting your girlfriend's aunt. She is 40 years old. And out of nowhere, she comes and gives you a right hook while you're sitting down, and she charges at you. At this point, you pass out. Once you hit the floor, you open your eyes up real quick, and you see that you're being dragged by your hair. Your girlfriend is grabbing her own aunt off of you and then puts her into a chokehold until EMS arrives and takes everyone's witness and stories. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Women don't get it. You run over there to these women-women relationships thinking that they're better, and they end up being worse than what they was before. It sounds like to me that the auntie just saw a weakness in you, and she says, I'm going to go ahead and take her out. You have to understand, women hate each other more than you hate men. The only time that you ladies do not like men is when you really want a man and you cannot get one. That's when women unify. When women get into these girly-girl relationships, every girl around you, everything just becomes hateful. Hopefully you and that girl ain't together anymore, because believe it or not, it sounds like it's a little bit more dysfunctional than what you thought, and you probably going to turn around and start liking men. If you like the video, go ahead, hit the like button. Definitely share the video. This is your first time watching. Hit that subscribe button. See you on the next video.